Look at this! Rainbow swords! How cool is that?
Something about you feels so special. Pretty up from the minute that I met you.
Hey my little peacherinos, and welcome back to a new video. I don't know if you can tell, but the sickness is still with me. I've spent like literally most of the last 2 days in bed trying to recover, just like breaking off to do videos for you guys. But I didn't want you to miss out on some more Get Famous stuff, and I promised you guys a video, so you knew I had to deliver. So in yesterday's video, I showed you guys all the new cast options for Get Famous, but today is gonna be about gameplay and showing you guys some of the mechanics around the new acting career and in general the new famous part of The Sims. So as you can probably tell by some of the other stuff you've seen online, Get Famous is very much meant to look like it's in LA. If you've ever been to LA or you live in LA, you're gonna see loads of stuff in there that you're like, I totally recognize that. That's meant to be like LA. You've got the mountains in the background. You've got kind of the sprawling suburbs and the hills in the like near the mountains, which is definitely where your like richer elite actors and actresses live. And then you've got like your more chill little suburban vibes as well. You've also got your kind of like nightlife, like downtown LA, where you want to be going if you're like an up and coming actress, you want to get spotted, or actor, you want to get spotted, you want to get photographed, you want to be seeing if you can get into the nicest bars and basically just show yourself to the fans, show everybody your face. And the issue I'm kind of seeing, and I've seen a little bit of this online, is that's kind of it. Like the whole new neighborhood is kind of small. There's only, I think, like maybe 2 or 3 lots, 2 or 3 lots in the smaller like suburbs place where you're gonna start that you can build on and live on, and then there's 3 houses up in the hills that you can build and live on. But other than that, that is kind of it. So it is a really small new map in terms of actual editable lots, and the bit where the movie studio is kind of separate to one side, but again, you can't really go and visit it separately unless you're going there as part of the actor career. So the new neighborhood is called Del Sol Valley. I've got no CC Clare Siobhan here to show you guys around, and this is what I'm talking about. So you've got 3 lots in Mirage Park, which is where you're going to start off your acting career. The lots there are pretty cheap. You'll move in and there'll be other actresses and actors who are trying to make it, who are living there as well. What I think is a total shame is if you look at the side here, there is a beach there. There's the whole beach strip, which if you've been to LA, that's the kind of like, you'll even recognize it from GTA. That is like the main beach strip of like main LA. It's kind of Santa Monica sort of area, and they very much base this game on it. However, you can't only not visit the beach, you also can't buy and make lots on there as well. So it kind of sucks. Like there's no other lots that I can think of that have like a beach. And there are no other neighborhoods that have a beach. You can't go and build on them, which is a real shame. You've also got the Starlight Boulevard, which is the place that I talked about where you'd want to go and get photographed. So this has 2 bars, a gym, and a museum. The museum, I believe, and one of the bars definitely, you can only get into if you're a certain star level. However, there are other ways to try and get in. And the other karaoke bar is more for everybody, so that's kind of where your up-and-comers will go. And then you've got the pinnacles up in the hills. There's 3 huge mansions up on here. They get an absolutely amazing view over the neighborhood. But obviously this is where the rich and the famous live, so you can't move straight in there. So instead, I went ahead and moved Claire to one of the inner circle lots here, like very basic kind of house. But honestly, if you've been to LA, you're probably gonna recognize the style of this house and of the neighborhood, because it is like super LA. Like you can tell that they've modeled this neighborhood if you've ever driven through LA. Like this reminds me so much of like the houses in LA. I always find American houses look so different to UK houses, and this kind of like sums them up very much for me. And also, you guys will probably notice as well, it looks so dark and smoggy. And if you've been to LA, you know that this can so often be the case. I've been to LA on clear days. I've been to LA on super like days like this, where even when it's sunny, it's still grey just because the city is very smoggy. But again, that's adding to the realism of the game. And you've also got the huge like overpassed highway which runs through the whole of LA. That is running right next to the cheaper kind of neighborhood in this game as well. So You may recognize this little lady here. She is from the trailer. She is actually from the Get Famous trailer. She's come to go welcome us to the neighborhood. And actually, what my sim was doing there is one of the new interactions that you can do as a self-obsessed sim, which is fish for compliments. That's like, oh wow, don't you think my hair looks so great today? And the other sim was like, oh my gosh, yeah, Claire, it totally does. Great impression by me there. Clearly fishing for compliments about my impression style. So I have asked Claire to jump straight in and look for her career, and she wants to become a famous actress. So one thing you'll notice straight away is that actors and actresses have to join a talent agency. So it's not as simple as just becoming an actress. You will become an actress that you'll sign on to say you want to be an actress, and I think you get like a strip end similar to their previous games. However, you then need to select a talent agency, and when you first start off, there's not a great deal of talent agencies. There's only 2 that want you, and neither of them sound great. But as you get further and further in the game, there'll be so many more talent agencies, and also the talent agencies will be a little bit more focused in terms of what you want to be doing. So if you want to be going into movies, you can get a talent agency for that. If you want to be doing sitcoms, if you want to be doing more advertising, like you can choose your talent agency based on what kind of actor or actress you want to be. So what I've also got Claire doing is updating her social media status furiously. This now adds fame points and allows you to build up your general fame. So now that Claire is on the road to fame, she is going to be wanting to update that as much as she possibly can to try and get as famous as she can. So you can also see that now she's got a talent agency. She can have a search for some gigs. They found 2 gigs for her. One is a singing gig and one is a, what's that, Salty Suds commercial. It's pretty basics, but she's only just started off as an actress, so, you know, you'd kind of expect that. She's gone ahead and picked the music one. So we can try and practice our music skill a little bit ahead of this. It wants me to get to guitar level 2. So, hey, other newbie actress, why don't we head into town and give this whole fame thing a go? So here are the bars that I mentioned to you. We've got Orchid A Go-Go in Starlight Boulevard, which is the karaoke one, is the only one we're going to be able to get into right now, because, you know, right now, it's kind of basic, you guys. The museum and Studio PHB are just a little bit too cool for us. We're not quite on that level yet, so we'll go to the basic Orchid A Go-Go. And what I try and get Claire to do here is she might as well practice her guitar out and about in person, just in case, you know, Justin Bieber's like talent agency walks by and is like, this girl's got something special. Maybe we should sign her on. And as of yet, like, celebrities will come into the bar while you're there, but as you can see, there ain't no celebrities there at the moment. However, there's a bouncer guarding the VIP area up here. Yep, even the basic bar has a VIP area with a private bar and private tables, and it just looks cooler. Like, I want to be going up there, but right now we basic, guys. And honestly, if I keep playing the guitar like that, we're probably gonna stay basic for a while. But even just playing the guitar out and about in person in front of like other people in a bar, that's gonna increase your fame reputation as well. And as you can see, the paparazzi are outside. They are keen to be listening, keen to be seeing if any celebs are gonna show up. They're waiting for their celeb spot, and they probably ain't going to be having to wait too long. So here is the kind of view from when you're in sort of this sort of commercial area here. You can quite easily recognize downtown LA. You've still got the huge overpass, which just brings back nightmare memories of getting stuck in traffic on there. But it's it definitely has very much LA vibes, but you've also got this kind of like palm tree sort of strip down the middle as well, which is again very classic LA. But this strip also has, as you've probably seen from the trailers and from the adverts for Get Famous, it has these stars of like the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Now, I think these stars will kind of start to get illuminated as you do more stuff in the game, because they all look the same right now, but they actually match some of the stuff that's in the icons of when you build fame. So I don't know. I kind of feel like maybe there's a little bit more to these that I haven't quite discovered yet. But it's very much meant to be the Hollywood Walk of Fame, which isn't quite as cool in person if you've ever seen it, just putting it out there. So here is Claire's current fame level. Her reputation is neutral. You can either make this really good or really bad, depending on how you want to play the game and what kind of celebrity you want to be. People love a villain as much as they do a hero. And then there's also her current fame sort of value. So right now she is unknown. This can slowly sneak up over time from like a newcomer, maybe you become a B-lister, maybe you become a recognized celebrity, and then there's an ultra celebrity. And speaking of ultra celebrities, this lady right here, the fact that she's asleep on the floor is a massive tell that there's a celebrity nearby. And it is this lady here, who I know for a fact lives in the hills. I've got some fun stuff, including her, in a future video that I can't show you guys yet, but I can't wait to show you. And she's also getting popped by the paparazzi there as well. So she's saying hello to her adoring fans with her sunglasses on. This lady's finally woken up, but I think this guy's about to freak out as well. This is just like a funny animation that they do. They kind of like, when they see a celebrity, they freak out so much that they sort of faint. And some of them stay asleep for a while, but others recover, and she's recovered enough to get her little selfie and just say hello to her little celeb and just kind of freak out. I like the noises that they make when they freak out. I think it's quite fun. Although the exaggerated sort of, oh my god, a celebrity is kind, I don't know, maybe people actually do react like that. Maybe they do. It's kind of funny though. So this place isn't really doing much for my fame, and obviously I'm kind of lame at guitar, so why don't we go check out Studio PHB where all the real celebrities live. I'm gonna go ahead and just start singing to increase my fame a bit, and also, you know, those talent scouts, clearly if they want to hear my beautiful voice, this is kind of similar to how I sound in real life, just putting it out there. But I did spot a real life celebrity and also an in-game celebrity, Baby Ariel, who was actually at Sims Camp. She kind of does the like the miming on Musically, so she was in the game and I went over. My sim kind of freaked out when she saw her, and I was like, oh my god, it's Baby Ariel, and she's like, oh my gosh, can we get a picture together? And she was like, no. And she was like, oh, well, maybe I can get your autograph instead. And Baby Ariel was like, no. At this point, look at poor Claire. She's totally heartbroken. This, like, paparazzi's coming over. And then finally she asks, like, okay, maybe we can at least get a hug together. And for some reason, although she didn't agree to an autograph or to a picture, she's quite happy to have me touch her with a hug. And Claire then, you know, takes full advantage and gets a picture as well. So as you can see, oh my gosh, I'm losing my voice. As you can see, the outside of the bar is getting really busy. And this is the bouncer. So if you've got enough celeb level, you can just walk your way straight in there. I kind of feel like if your charisma was really high as well, you could kind of talk yourself in there as well, but Claire isn't. And as I said, she's kind of basic, so she's trying to get the bouncers to let her in, but the bouncer's like, no, you're not getting in there. And Claire's like, okay, how about if I pay you off with some of these sweet simoleons? How about then, bouncer? The bouncer takes the simoleons and then still doesn't let her in. So there's only one last thing to do, and that's obviously to beat the bouncer up. Like, what else are you gonna do? Unfortunately, Claire's fighting skills are about as good as her bank balance, so she ain't getting in here even if she fights. I think not only do I lose this fight, but my reputation as a celebrity also goes down because I've been doing that. So I've lost some of my, well, I've gained some like notoriety as a bad celebrity, as a nasty person. But honestly, I got inside the club at another playthrough and it's kind of lame. I feel like this is a bit of a problem in The Sims. They can build cool lots and have cool mechanics to get inside, but you get inside and there's like 2 people there and it's just kind of like, I don't know, like it bugs me. Like if I want to get into a club, like it should be really cool when you get inside. Like, I don't know, it should be like this kind of place that you actually want to get into. There's no reason to want to get into that place. It's kind of lame. The only one I can think of is if you wanted to go on a date with somebody and you were a really big celebrity and you didn't want to get photographed the whole time. But your date wouldn't be able to get in with you, would they? I don't know. It's just kind of, I wanted it to be more poppin' inside. So after that, Claire's looking pretty dazed. I sent her home, and one cool new thing you can do now is you can watch a movie, I guess because Get Famous, actors, actresses, Hollywood, it's all about the movies. So there's loads of movie options on your TV now. And what is pretty cool is they all have their own little thing that plays. And if you're watching the movie with like a friend or a date or whatever, they'll react at the same point. So if like something happens in the film, they'll both go like, or one of them might go, or one of them might laugh. And I just thought it was kind of a cute mechanic. I like that kind of thing, so I thought that was really, really cool. So I thought, you know what, Claire's had a tough day. Let's treat her to her own brand new YouTuber setup. Obviously I had to do a little bit of cheats to get it. But I wanted to show this to you guys because this is super similar to a YouTuber setup. So you can view your video inventory. Any videos that you've made will be in there. You can upgrade your setup. So I think I upgrade the lights and the camera. You can upgrade it more than this as well. I think there's like, you can get the studio lights that I have around it. So, and I actually have a ring light with my camera in it. So like, this is so actually similar to a YouTuber setup, and you can change the lighting and stuff in it. And I'm gonna get Claire to come over and try and make her first YouTube videos. This is another way that you can become famous. And I was kind of thinking, if we have Summer and Phoenix, maybe Summer becomes an actress and Phoenix goes more down the YouTube route. I thought that would be quite a cool... Sorry. I thought that would be quite a cool way to like differentiate their stories a little bit and have them do something a little bit different to each other. So Claire has gone ahead and researched what the YouTube trends are, which again is totally something you would do as a YouTuber. Unfortunately, none of the current trends are really either something she can do or wants to do because she's so dazed. I've got her to go ahead and upload a vlog instead. This is how the vlog looks. You just kind of talk straight to camera. You can also become like a YouTuber to Jenna Marbles, who termed beauty YouTubers. I love that. So they'll kind of sit in front of it and, you know, do a little bit of lips and then talk about what they've just done, or they'll kind of powder their whole face and then discuss what they've just done. She's doing her nails and stuff as well. I'm not sure about not only your backdrop there, Claire, but also the yellow lighting isn't doing wonders for you. I'm not sure. However, I love the eye flicks. And then this bit's so cool because this looks exactly like an editing program would look, even down to like the two screens. The files are all on one screen and the editing's on the other. That is like so how you edit. So that's really, really cool. Whoever made this clearly also uses Premiere. And then once your video is edited, you can go ahead and upload it. At the moment, all my suggested videos are viral beauty hacks from China. So I tried to type that. It was a little bit too long. So I just changed it to viral DIY beauty hacks. And she's gone ahead and uploaded that video. Now, there's other stuff you can do. You can like hype up a video. You can try and re-hype some of your videos that have been recorded before. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do on there. And it seems like you're going to unlock more video options as you go along. And I don't know, as a YouTuber, I really like that. I thought that bit was super exciting. So another thing that I wanted to show you guys was the acting is now a specific skill. And obviously, if you want to become a good actor and actress, you're going to have to level up your skill. And as you can kind of tell from Claire at the moment, she's kind of lame. Like, she ain't great at this whole acting gig. She just sounds very forced and very fake. But as you upgrade your acting skill over time, you're going to get a lot better and start sounding a lot better at acting like this. So it's the exact same kind of script, but she just sounds so much better at it now. She's a better actress, and if she performs on the street, people are gonna like stop and watch because she's a good actress now. So this is the final thing I wanted to show you on Claire's little journey, which was this Claire's fame info. So as you go along over time, you unlock fame points. I've obviously cheated to get 500 because you ain't gonna be getting that many. But you can use these fame points to upgrade kind of like your overall fame collective. So right now she's a silver actress, so she can only silver celebrity, so she can only get to that silver level of things. But there's a lot of stuff to choose from here, and you can kind of go down a happy route, a good route, or a dark route as well, depending on what kind of celebrity you want to be. There's a lot of stuff that's just going to slowly increase your fame over time, help you get better at a certain type of celebrity fame. So having an entourage, getting better at acting, getting better gigs, getting better pay-per-bit gigs, building your fame quicker, and just kind of shaping what kind of celebrity you want to be. There's also these bits on the right which are earned quirks, which you're going to see a little bit of later on. But basically, they are stuff that celebrities kind of do. You can't stop them from happening. They will happen to you. So it might be like you're addicted to your phone. You can't stop drinking juice, or you don't want to be like touched by the peasants class. Like all of this kind of stuff, you can't stop that happening to your celebrity sim, and it will have a negative impact. But it's kind of the counterbalance to being a celebrity. So I wanted to show you guys, like, Claire's journey is obviously going to take a long time. You don't get famous quickly. There's a lot of groundwork. But I wanted to show you guys an already amazing, famous celebrity in her beautiful Hills mansion. So this is one of the preset celebs that will be in Get Famous when you get there. She lives in this huge mansion here. And she is basically a 5-star celebrity. Like, she's as big as you get. So when she looks for an audition, look at the price she gets paid for like a day's work, and also the number of options she gets. However, the prep that she has to do for each movie is also a lot higher. So it's kind of like swings and roundabouts, but she is kind of like, she's made it as an actress. And you can see in this house, there's a lot of new stuff that's in the game. I haven't done like a separate build and buy like new item stuff because you guys know that I'm kind of like, I lean quite heavily on CC stuff, so I don't get quite as excited about the new build and buy stuff, but there's a lot of cool stuff. Like, honestly, there's one really, really cool thing which I can't wait to show you. And you could actually see one of her quirks there. She was like, where's my mirror? She's missing seeing her own reflection, so that's a negative quirk. You can also see her current like fame and reputation. Her reputation is really, really bad. So she's super famous, but she's kind of known for being a villain. So she's not a very nice person. She hates being touched by people. Like, she's very vain. She feels very angry, strong emotions. And she doesn't like eating like food that's not super high quality food. So she is kind of a lot of work with her tiger bed, her gold plated tiger bed. Obviously you can see a lot of this stuff is new. The dressing room, she's got her own dressing room, and the dresser and stuff is new. She has a gold plated sink, a gold plated bath with wings. She also has a gold plated toilet. Like, this woman is absolutely loaded, and you can kind of tell from her house. That's like the benefit of being a celebrity. Even nasty celebrities, they seem to get a lot of money. And this is where she lives, up in the hills. So there's another huge house in the neighborhood here. Kind of a weird one because you have to like go up the stairs to go in. But this house doesn't have anyone living in it. So if you wanted to make a really rich celeb, I guess this is where you could move them into this amazing, huge house that kind of like has 2 pools. It has a pool on one level, and then it has a pool on another level. And it also has a pretty amazing view. So this is what I was talking about. If you live in the hills, you get to look out over the whole of LA inspired neighborhood, and it is pretty cool. But our little sim is like, okay, so this is cool. I want to go and find like a new posse, a new squad. I'm going to go visit my neighbors down here. And one thing you'll notice straight away is you can't just go and visit a celebrity house. If you don't know them, you're not allowed to just go to their house and visit them. However, Judith is a super celebrity. The rules don't apply to her, and apparently they don't apply to any Sims, because if you don't put a gate on your house, anyone can just walk around the back of your house. So kind of a bit of a design flaw there. But Judith's just gonna like walk her way around and be like, oh, hello peasant, you are now my friend and part of my posse, okay? And you can kind of see some of the new interactions you can do. So she needs to practice her acting for her new movie. So she's gonna go ahead and get this woman to practice her acting with her. However, she's feeling tense around this woman because she considers her lesser than her, and this woman's too close. She's touched her, she doesn't like it, and her reaction to that has now made her have an atrocious reputation as well. Honestly, Judith's not great. She ain't that nice, guys. You don't want to be a friend. Nobody really wants to be a friend, but for Judith, this isn't too much of an option, too much of an issue. One, because she's so famous, she can just ask people to hype her up. And they will do, which obviously Judith loves, because she loves the minions telling her how amazing and awesome she is. Oh, and she's just gone ahead and making her faint as well. That's lovely. But what she can also do is she can just buy friends because she's so rich. So she's just bribing this woman here, like, here's 1,000 simoleons, you're my friend now. Even though this woman's rich as well, I don't know, this woman's kind of also a little bit lame. And then I kind of lost Judith for a bit, and then I came back and she was just sleeping on a bench, looking over the whole of her beautiful sort of, I don't know, this is kind of a kingdom. This is Judith. She's rich. She's the most famous actress in the whole of Sim world. And she just gets to look out over all of her minions having a little bit of a nap. This is why in Get Famous, I want to become a bigger celebrity than her. Just because she's mean. And I feel like the nicest celebrities, the biggest celebrities should also be the nicest celebrities. Not just like looking out over their hills at across the whole of LA being like, I hate you all, don't touch me, don't feed me your food, you're disgusting. But while she was sleeping, I found a vault in the house. this is really, really cool. So the richer you get, the more money you can add to it. And when you get your sim to add money to the vault, the inside of the vault is going to change based on how much you put in there. Obviously, because Judith's so rich, it immediately got very, very full. But there's cool interactions you can do with all of your money as well. So Judith being Judith, I've got her to just play with her money. So she's just stood there amongst like all of her jewels and diamonds, and she's like, oh, look at all this money I've earned. Oh, wow. And pretending to use her money as a phone. Like, literally, this bit cracked me up so much. But you can also nap in your money. But it's like, is it like DuckTales, like Donald Duck? And he's like diving into all his coins. It just reminded me of it. She's like sniffing all her money and just being like, oh, this is just wonderful. I will shower in all of my wonderful notes, because I am just so rich. And then she's like, oh, great, the peasant has returned. And she's trying to talk to me. Look, peasant, I don't really care what you have to say. You're boring and you're nowhere near as much rich as me. I'm just going to sleep right next to you. Begone, peasant, for I don't care about you at all. So while I was in this house, I got a call from Diego saying like, oh, Judith, would you like to launder some money with me? I was like, what? That's never happened to me game before. I thought that was kind of hilarious. And then she also, and I noticed this with a few celebrities, you kind of get offers to do stuff for extra money. So like, I guess it's your agent getting you deals. And one of hers was to buy a drone and fly it around the whole neighborhood and like just film it for like a celebrity lifestyle channel. Which Judith agrees to, clearly, because she like is evil, and she's like, yes, I'll film all my neighbors, they'll have no privacy. However, this plan massively backfired on Judith, because as soon as I turned the drone on, it then flew directly into my house and filmed the whole of my house. So, haha, Judith, unlucky. So the final thing I wanted to just quickly show you guys, and I want to hit a hot pause here and say a massive thank you to Jen from Urban Sims. I did record this separately on my own, and my recording failed, so I didn't get this gameplay myself. But Jen saw that my recording failed, and she downloaded her recording onto my hard drive for me. So this is actually her gameplay. A big thank you to Jen from Urban Sims, and I've also dropped her link in the description below, so be sure to go and check her out. And she's amazing. She's so nice. I went for a nice meal with her, and it was just emotional and lovely and wonderful, and she's amazing and lovely, so go check her out. And a massive thank you to her, because otherwise I would not have got to show you the acting career. So here is a Judith wannabe. She ain't quite Judith. It worries me that Judith is creating kind of this generation of wannabe Judiths, because she's a horrible person. But this lady has very similar hair to her, and she's arrived at the studio for her first gig as an actress, and she's got a very cool film that she's going to be in with very cool outfits. I can't wait for you guys to see it. But it's very similar to Get to Work. So you'll arrive at work and there'll be a list of things that you have to do. So one of the first things that she has to do is head into hair and makeup so she can get ready for her scene. And this obviously will change depending on what movie you're in, and the set will change depending on what movie you're in and your co-workers. So that's really cool. So we've gone ahead and gotten our makeup done, and here is the makeup look. Blue lipstick, blue eyes. It's not for me, however, the hair you guys are gonna love, because it's so pretty and so cool. And this is one of the reasons that I was so glad that Jen had recorded this particular movie, because look at the hair, it's so pretty. So she's now going into costumes to get her costume on as well. As you can see, there's loads of people on set. And it's very much like Get to Work, that you don't just have to go to work and work. Obviously, you still want to film your movie, but you can go and chat to everybody else working on the film, the directors, the producers, the cameramen, the makeup artists. Like, there's a lot of opportunity here to meet new Sims and chat with them. Maybe meet new love interests, maybe meet new friends. It's just really nice like that. The thing that is a shame is I don't think there's an option to become one of these jobs. So you can't like become a director or a makeup artist, which is a little bit of a shame, because I would have loved to have done something like that. At least I don't think there is. I didn't see anything while I was in the game, but our Judith wannabe is going to go and just chat with the director, which you have to do, get some notes for him, get some ideas for him, and then tell him that you are ready to start filming the movie. And we are looking super cool in our like blue spacesuit there. So all the lights have gone off. all the lights are now on the set. That means it's time to start filming. One thing that probably will confuse you guys so much, because it confused us, is you can't start a scene until you've introduced yourself to the actors and actresses that are acting. Really what you're meant to do is like invite them around to your house before the movie starts, and you can like, before you start even filming, so you can get a really good like rapport with them all. That is something that it like recommends you do. And then once you meet them, you get these like little X's all around the set, and that is basically what that individual scene is going to be. And you can go for a safe option for each scene, or you can go for like a risky option for each scene. I feel like the risky is kind of like half your acting skill and how much you prepared for the movie, and then half of it is luck, because this is still Sims. So you can kind of choose how you want to do things, and if you go for the risky ones and they don't work, it will impact the film's performance. So just something to bear in mind, that if your acting isn't great, you probably want to go all safe. But if you want to make it big quickly and you know you're good, you probably want to be going for the risky options to try and get a name out for yourself there as an actress. And this film is so cool. Like, look at this set. The set's amazing. You can kind of follow the story a little bit. Her love interest is the lady up there, and this guy here seems to be the bad guy. What's really cool is they'll like do the scene, and like they'll get themselves all revved up for it. Then they'll be like fighting each other. Then afterwards they're like, and then they'll just like chit chat, like showing that it's all like they're just actors and actresses. It's all kind of like fake. They're friends in real life, so I like that. And look at this! Rainbow swords! How cool is that? I love that so much. And I love like the acting was amazing, and jumping out like I'm dying, but I love that. And then this is like the end of the movie. I can see Jen got a screenshot here. She got a really good screenshot, and she like shoots the body, and then that's kind of like how the movie ends. Our beautiful protagonist wins. And obviously this is a pretty big film for the Sim. She's the main character, and afterwards you find out if the film does well or not. So it's kind of like if the film does really badly, it's going to impact your fame and your celebrity potential. But if it does well, it's going to do really good. And this Sim also has her quirk of separation anxiety. A lot of actors have it, so immediately they're out checking like what people are saying about me online. What are the critics saying, like worrying about that kind of stuff. The lights are off, the movie is over now. You can end the workday. It will tell you how well you did at work and how much fame you got from it. And you can either go straight home, or you can stick around on set. They've got food there. You can chit chat with everybody that's worked there. So this is the only time you can be in that part of the map that's like the movie map. But it's pretty cool because you can stick around and you can find out if your film's been nominated for any awards and that kind of thing. And I don't know, it's cool. I do like this. It's very like similar to Get to Work mechanic though. So if you have like many Sims in your household, you're gonna have to pick which one of them you send to work and which one you don't. And I don't know how this would do if you didn't send your Sim to it. I feel like you'd have to send your Sim to this, otherwise they're just not going to be able to do their gig for that day. But it looks very much like MGM Studios. I don't know, I liked that. It was kind of like quite basic mechanics, but I was sort of expecting that because it's similar to Get to Work. But you guys are going to have to let me know what you think in the comments below. And I'm so sorry to like rush through all of this, but I just wanted to show you as much stuff as I could in one go. And obviously I am very ill, so I need to go and like lie down and recover now. But let me know what you guys think of Get Famous. Let me know what you think about the map. Are you disappointed with the size? But I would say I'm disappointed with the size, but the detail I am so impressed by. Like, I just kept zooming out the map and looking around at like helicopters and planes and the freeway and graffiti under the underpass and like Santa Monica Pier in the distance. But I just wish I could go to more of that stuff. That would be my thoughts on it. But I want to hear yours in the comments below, and don't forget to check out my cast video from yesterday. And I'll see you guys in another video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.